I've been clean-cut and handsome since I was a kid. My sister was afraid some wild girl would set her sights on me. So before she went abroad, she packed me up and dropped me off at her business rival's house. Shuang, please take care of my brother for me. I have to go abroad for a while. You want me to raise your brother? Are you sure? Of course. We may be rivals, but we've also been childhood friends. Take good care of him for me. I'll pay you, no shortage. No need for money. Just leave Achin with me, that's enough. She agreed so quickly. And she didn't even want money. Something feels off. But there's no other way. I have to go abroad now. And I'm afraid those wild girls outside will go after Achin. After thinking it over, leaving him with Mo Shuang is the safest bet. Mo Shuang's personal life is very clean. There's never been any opposite sex around her. She definitely won't have any improper thoughts about A Chang. I have to warn you first. My brother is very well behaved. You can't bully him. The feud between our families has nothing to do with the kids. Nagging. Fine, I won't waste words with you. As long as you agreed, that's it. Achin, you'll stay with him for these 2 months. Then she turned and ordered the bodyguards behind her to move the luggage. I stood to the side, feeling very dissatisfied inside, and it was simply unreasonable. She insisted on dumping me with a strange woman. Mo Shuang stood to the side. A slight curve unconsciously lifted the corner of her mouth. I never thought the person I've been dreaming of day and night would just walk right into my hands like this. Sui watched as the bodyguards finished moving the luggage, then looked at Mo Shuang. I transferred 10 million to your Otsao. Trek it. Oh, and it's summer break now. Keep a closer eye on him. Those people outside are always asking him to go out and play. Those with bad intentions. You have to help me stop them. I trust you. You're different from those people who act on lust. You definitely won't bully my brother. Funny. What woman isn't attracted to the person she likes? A fate that delivers itself to my door. I'm not going to let it slip away for nothing. So you looked down at the time, rather than rushing. My 12 o'clock flight, I'm out of time. You must take good care of him. Little brother, I'm leaving. Don't run around, Oku? After giving her instructions, Suyu hurriedly got into the car. I watched the car drive away into the distance. I could only stand there and sigh softly. I was still in a daze. A faint fragrance drifted into my nose. I looked down and saw a pair of gentle eyes. For a moment, I forgot to move. What do you want? Su Chen. If he dared to scold me, I would run away immediately. Mo Shuang's gaze fell on my face. Her voice was both charming and alluring. It's getting late. Let's go inside first. Oh, Oku. I turned slightly, wanting him to go first. Seeing me not moving, Mo Shuang's tone turned a few degrees colder. What, am I so beautiful you can't walk? My tone was a bit stiff. You go first. Mo Shuang didn't know what I was scheming. Her mind was full of, absolutely cannot let Achin run away. Stop dawdling. Get inside. I immediately felt displeased. My gaze glanced at the road behind him, contemplating the possibility of escape. Mo Shuang sensed my intention. Her eyes turned a few degrees colder. Your sister entrusted you to me, so I have to be responsible for your safety. If you want to leave, unless he comes to pick you up himself. I gave a cold snort, turned around and walked straight into the villa. The arm can't twist the thigh, so I had to accept it. If Achin really insisted on leaving, I really wouldn't know what to do. I walked into the living room and plopped down on the sofa. Where is my room? In response to young Master Su, the first room upstairs on the 2nd floor. I don't want that one. I want the one by the hallway. Just then, Mo Shuang walked in. I immediately put on a polite tone. You promised my sister you'd take good care of me. I just want a room that suits my liking. No problem. Vacate my master bedroom for him. I couldn't help but widen my eyes. Never expected. The room I casually mentioned was actually his master bedroom. I don't want it anymore. I really don't want it. Just find me any room on the 3rd floor. Young Master Su, there are no bedrooms on the 3rd floor. Mo Shuang walked over to the side, poured a glass of water and handed it to me. There are only 2 bedrooms in the house. You choose one. Whichever you pick is fine. The decisive businesswoman in the marketplace would actually pour me water herself. This was completely different from her usual cold beauty image. Lie, 2 different people. I stared at him blankly, forgetting to even look away. Mo Shuang felt a bit shy under my gaze, and pretended to be calm as she spoke. Is there something on my face? No, nothing. Mo Shuang just thought I was attracted by her looks. Feeling secretly pleased, her tone became lighter. Have you chosen? Which room do you want? Any room is fine, you choose. Whichever room you stay in, I'll stay in. Mo Shuang gave me a meaningful look. The servant beside her was also stunned, seeming not to expect me to say such a thing. I only then realized and quickly corrected myself. Hey, just give me the remaining one. Mo Shuang smiled and instructed the servant. It's getting late. First, tidy up the guest room for him to stay in. The servant acknowledged and withdrew. I watched the servant's back, hesitated for a moment. Thank you. But Mo Shuang's face turned cold. She didn't lie this polite thank you. Even more, she disliked this distant form of address between us. It felt too formal. I picked up the glass and took a sip. But the phone in my pocket rang. I pulled out my phone and glanced at the caller ID. Secretly glanced at Mo Shuang, who was still standing nearby. Achen's sneaky behavior. Clearly didn't want me to know who was calling. Mo Shuang noticed me. A hint of delight appeared on her face. A bad feeling suddenly surged in my heart. She walked over and sat down beside me. The sofa beside me sank a bit. I turned my head and met her gaze. Who are you on the phone with? Achen, why is there a woman's voice next to you? I lowered my voice to explain. It's my sister's friend. Regarding Mo Shuang's question, I avoided answering and instead stood up, deliberately creating distance from her. Mo Shuang looked at me with coquettish eyes. I could only keep explaining on the phone. I really am at home. It's my sister's friend, no one else. Mo Shuang's voice was completely different from Su Yu's. Zhou Yi could naturally tell, and Mo Shuang watched me explain in a fluster. Jealousy surged in her heart. She deliberately raised her voice, and said to me in a seductive tone, Achen, it's getting late. Come upstairs with me to rest. I widened my eyes in disbelief. What did she just say? Suchin, where are you really? Who are you going to rest with? No, it's not what you think. You've misunderstood. The call was suddenly hung up on me. I frowned and looked at Mo Shuang speechlessly. What nonsense were you just talking about? Now he's misunderstood. Misunderstood what? Misunderstood that our relationship is unusual. The words were on the tip of my tongue, but I couldn't say them. I could only hang my head. I've heard my sister say before, Mo Shuang is not someone to mess with. I can't afford to offend her with my words. I had to change the subject. You just called me Achen. A few minutes ago, weren't you calling me by my full name? It's not that you can't call me that. It just feels a bit strange. Hearing me say this, Mo Shuang's mood instantly improved a lot. Was that your girlfriend on the phone just now? I turned my face away, a bit embarrassed. No way. Are you dating her? No, honestly. I won't tell your sister. I want to see which clueless little girl dares to set her sights on my person. Really, I'm not dating him. Just a slightly closer female friend. You promised me you wouldn't tell my sister. Even if you're not dating now. It's probably close. Even more annoying. Seeing her not speak, I felt a bit panicked. I quickly said, I'm going upstairs to my room now. I stood up in a panic, trying to slip away. My leg accidentally bumped into her knee. A faint fragrance wafted over. I looked at her with surprise in my eyes. She looked at me quietly. We were very close. My voice was a bit flustered. I didn't mean to. My voice trembled involuntarily. In all my life, I've never had such close contact with the opposite sex. My face turned completely red. What did you say? I panicked and tried to stand up, but whether it was from nervousness or something, I tripped over my own feet and fell again. But this time, I didn't manage to land on the sofa's armrest. The scene was awkward and embarrassing. I scrambled to my feet and fled in panic. Silly puppy, can't even walk steadily. I'm not a silly puppy. Watching my angry retreating figure, Mo Shuang sighed helplessly. I'm really smitten with him. I went back to my room, washed up, stared at my phone screen, feeling a bit worried. Joey won't even reply to my messages now. What do I do? I'm so screwed. Tossed and turned, unable to sleep. In the next room, and Mo Shuang also couldn't sleep all night. I really want to sneak over to the next room. Even just one look would be enough. No. What if he's asleep and I wake him up? What if he thinks I'm a pervert? After agonizing for most of the night, I finally decided to give up. Morning, 8:30. Mo Shuang sat at the dining table, looking at the prepared breakfast. Her gaze occasionally flickered to the second floor. Luma understood and spoke up. Miss, shall I go call young Master Su down for breakfast? Mo Shuang remained silent by default. 10 minutes later, I came down with two panda eyes. My hair a mess. What college student can get up at 8 a.m. to eat breakfast? Didn't you sleep well last night? It's all because of you. Joey won't talk to me now. Hearing this, Mo Shuang's face instantly turned cold. I had someone trek on that woman named Joey last night. She's been getting too close to my silly puppy lately. Thinking of you. Couldn't sleep all night over a woman. So what? If you hadn't said nonsense yesterday, Joey wouldn't be ignoring me. Mo Shuang picked up her coffee and took a sip, suppressing the displeasure in her heart. I walked to the table, sat down, and slowly ate my porridge, speaking cautiously. Can you come with me today to explain things to her? Mo Shuang gave me a slight glance, didn't say anything. I immediately didn't dare to speak again, lowered my head and obediently ate my porridge, cursing myself inwardly for being brainless, daring to order her around. Really asking for death. Just when I thought she wouldn't agree. When are we going? Didn't you want me to go with you to explain? Today doesn't seem convenient. Then tomorrow? Can we? You rest at home today. I'll go with you tomorrow. I need to plan a big show today. So tomorrow I can make you two completely fall out. I didn't know what she was thinking and foolishly thought she was a good person, reflecting inwardly if my attitude towards her had been too bad before. After all, she was Su Yu's childhood friend. I should be warmer to her from now on. Thinking this, I felt much more at ease. After breakfast, I went back to my room to catch up on sleep. Before sleeping, I sent another message to Joey. I'll bring someone tomorrow to explain what happened that day. No need. The next morning, I got into Mo Shuang's Maybach. Shuang Jie, thank you for taking the time to go with me to explain. A hint of a smile played on her red lips. I really lop it when Hchen calls me Shuang Jie. The silly puppy sounds so good. You're welcome. I promised Su Yu I'd take good care of you. Shuang Jie, you're clearly my sister's rival. Why did she insist on entrusting me to you? I'm not sure either. That Su Yu must be blind, thinking it's safest to leave you with me, not knowing I've had my eye on you for years. I was just wondering how to get closer to you, and then she goes and delivers you right to my door. She's the perfect wingman. Joey was interning at her family's company. I went straight to her company to find her. Arriving at the company building, Mo Shuang and I got out of the car. Mo Shuang looked at this small, unremarkable company before her. Her delicate brows furrowed slightly. Hchen's taste really isn't great. Doesn't he even consider family background when looking for a partner? I walked forward a couple of steps, realized she hadn't followed, turned back and grabbed her arm to pull her inside. Come on, let's go in. Mo Shuang's eyelashes fluttered. Her gaze fell on my hand gripping her arm. Just as she was about to take the opportunity to hold my wrist, I suddenly let go, and quickly walked to the front desk. Mo Shuang leisurely walked up, wanted to hold my hand, but I happened to turn around. Mo Shuang looked at her own hand. A flicker of disappointment passed through her heart. Yeah, let's go. We swiped the access card and entered the elevator. I kept stealing glances at her expression. She seemed a bit unhappy just now. Why? Forget it. She better help me explain properly later. Can't have any more mishaps. After thinking, I looked up at her. Shuang Jie, you have to explain things clearly later. Don't let her misunderstand again. As soon as I finished speaking, the elevator doors opened. I quickly walked out. Although Joey was an intern, she had already become a managio and had her own private office. I looked around, located the office, walked up and found the door was ajar. Could it be that Joey knew I was coming and left the door open for me on purpose? Yesterday she said she didn't want me to come. Turns out she was being hypocritical. Good thing I persisted. I slowly pushed open the door. As soon as I entered, I heard ambiguous sounds. I looked towards the sofa. A man and a woman were there. I knew the woman's figure all too well. I took a sharp step back. My pupils suddenly constricted. Joey. Hearing my voice, Joey snapped awake instantly. Hchen. She looked sharply at the man beside her. Lu Qingyao? Why is it you? Lu Qingyang calmly adjusted his clothes, a playful look on his face. What are you talking about? Joey stood up in a panic and trotted over to me. Hchen, it's not what it looks like. Listen to me. I thought it was you just now. I looked at the marks on her body, so angry my chest ached. Are you crazy? Joey tried to grab my hand. Mo Shuang stepped in between us. You're not worthy to touch him. Joey looked wronged and confused. Hchen, listen to me explain. I really thought it was you just now. I don't know how it turned into him. Tell me, where does she look like me? And I even brought someone to explain to her. I was truly blind. So Hchen, I was wrong. I really didn't mean to. I don't lie him. I only have you in my heart. Joey apologized incoherently. My eyes were full of contempt. This young master doesn't want your second-hand goods. I find it dirty. I came today to explain what happened that day. Seems like there's no need now. We'll never see each other again. Joey hurriedly chased after Hchen. Don't go. This is really a misunderstanding. But Lu Qingyang suddenly grabbed her hand from behind. Don't leave me. I hung my head as I entered the elevator. I felt like I was losing control of my emotions. That girl, and she used to sweet-talk me every day. It was all fake. Don't be sad. You two weren't even together. Whatever she does has nothing to do with you. You don't need to be upset over her. Her words stabbed into my heart like a knife. I looked up, glaring at her with grievance and anger. Are you here to laugh at me? Are you satisfied now? My sister was right. You do have a grudge against our Su family. That's not what I meant. I'm not laughing at you. I didn't even listen. The elevator door opened, and I left her behind. Leaving the company, I instinctively got into the Maybach, then realized it was her car. When I wanted to get out, I heard the doors lock. A slender figure approached me. I nervously swallowed. What are you doing? Mo Shuang gently tapped my forehead. Her voice was unbelievably gentle. Don't be sad. You saw his true colors before you even got together. That's a good thing. I feel terrible. I can't figure out why Zhou Yi did this. We were clearly heading towards being a couple. How did it come to this? But my pride wouldn't let me show weakness. I turned my head away and said stubbornly, she wasn't even my type anyway. If she's gone, she's gone. I don't care. Mo Shuang clearly didn't believe me. Really? I turned my head and said with a hint of threat, don't you dare tell my sister about this. Mo Shuang agreed readily. Don't worry, I won't tell. Then have the driver take me back. You go do your thing. Mo Shuang opened the car door and got out, watched the Maybach drive away, then turned and walked towards the Bentley not far away. Next to the Bentley, Su Qing was handing a trek for 1 million to Lu Qingyang. Lu Qingyang took the trek, grinning from ear to ear. Mo Shuang's gaze swept over Lu Qingyao, and she spoke with a hint of disgust. Send him abroad. Don't let him show up in the capital again. It's an eyesore. As soon as I returned to Mo Garden, I locked myself in my room, sat on the sofa, staring blankly at the view outside the window. Mo Shuang came home from work, learned from the servants that I hadn't even eaten lunch, just stayed cooped up in my room, refusing to come out. She immediately got angry. You silly puppy. You said you weren't sad during the day. Now you're hiding away and playing the melancholy prince. The click-clack of high heels echoed up the stairs. Then the door was gently knocked on. Achin, open the door. Mo Shuang's voice came through the door. Seeing I didn't answer, she added another sentence. If you don't open it, I'll just come in. As soon as she finished speaking, Mo Shuang walked in. I looked up at her, my eyes unfocused. My whole being radiated a sense of helplessness. Mo Shuang's anger was mostly dissipated by the sight of me. Didn't you say you didn't care? Then why are you hiding away and not even eating? I looked at this elegant woman before me, and asked helplessly, is it because I'm not handsome enough? Otherwise, why would she choose that man? He didn't choose to listen to the inferiority in my words. His tone was full of displeasure. He's totally not good enough for you. In terms of family background and looks, you should find someone more worthy. His words held a hint of subtle implication. But at that time, I was full of sadness. I didn't take it to heart at all. Alright, let's go downstairs for dinner. You've been hungry all day. Can your stomach handle it? Don't want to eat? If you don't get up now, I'll call your sister right now. Her drawing board was a blatant threat. This instantly pulled me out of my low mood. You win. I finally gave in, slowly put on my shoes and went downstairs to eat. I sat at the dining table, reluctantly poked at the rice in my bowl. So many dishes on the table. Is there nothing that suits your taste? I answered without lifting my head. Yeah, no appetite. I wasn't sure if I disliked the food or his control. Uncle Mo didn't say anything either, but I could clearly feel the distance he was putting out. After eating, I went back to my room. The image of Zhou Yi's office kept replaying in my mind. The more I thought, the more irritated I got. I inexplicably walked out of the room. After hesitating for a while, I knocked on Mo Shuang's door next door, waited for a long time with no response. I started to have second thoughts. Just then, the door suddenly opened. I stared in SOC at the woman before me. She had just taken a shower. Her hair was half dry, draped behind her head, sexy and lazy. How could she open the door like that? My eyes instinctively glanced at her fair skin. Wait, what am I doing? Do you need something? She spoke first. Her tone carried a hint of surprise. Nothing, I said, wanting to run away quickly, but she called me back. Aiken, where are you going? Her seductive voice came from behind. I stopped and said a bit helplessly, I want to go to the bar for a drink or two. As soon as I said it, no, it's too late. I stubbornly retorted, I'm going. I feel terrible. There's alcohol at home. Drink here if you want. After she said that, she directly closed the bedroom door, reached out and grabbed my wrist. I just looked at her hand like this, followed her to the wine cellar on the first floor. She didn't let go of my wrist, took out a bottle of red wine from the black and gold wine cabinet, opened it and poured it into a decanter. The aroma of the red wine in the decanter filled the air, making me involuntarily swallow. I don't think I've ever had red wine before. Just tasted a few sips of cocktails. My sister always stopped me before. She always said drinking makes men irritable and violent, unable to control their actions. Thinking of this, I couldn't help asking, will drinking this make me irritable and violent? Mo Shuang chuckled lightly. Who told you that? My sister? Drinking red wine in moderation is actually good for you. You can only have a little, not too much. My eyes instantly lit up, staring at the decanter. Is it ready to drink yet? Wait just a little longer. It won't be bitter until it's fully aerated. I instantly deflated. After 2 seconds, I couldn't help asking again. Can I drink it now? Mo Shuang looked up at me, a smile in her eyes. She picked up the decanter, slowly poured the red wine into a goblet, handed it to me. Does your sister usually not let you touch alcohol? I twitched my mouth, unwilling to tell the truth. No, that's not true. My sister lets me drink. She chuckled lightly without exposing my lie, walked around to sit on the bar stool next to me. I picked up the glass and took a small sip, immediately frowned. Bitter and astringent, not good at all. Not as smooth as cocktails. Not used to it? Want me to get you some juice? I glared at her displeased, then downed the red wine in the glass like a man. A sweet and spicy taste spread in my mouth. This wine is all show and no substance. Mo Shuang gently curled her red lips, took a sip herself. Seeing me pour another glass, she reminded, drink slowly. Careful you get drunk. I snorted lightly. I can hold my liquor. Downed it all in one go again. But after this glass of red wine, my head started to spin. My eyes gradually became dazed. I just lay on the bar counter, not wanting to move. Mo Shuang smiled and shook her head, sipped her wine slowly, muttering to herself, looks like Aiken really doesn't see me as an outsider. I lifted my head groggily, stared at her face and said, sister, you're really beautiful. A flicker of surprise passed through Mo Shuang's eyes. She leaned in and asked me, really? I nodded vigorously. Yeah, no way. My head's even dizzier. I stared at her sexy red lips. The image of Joey's office came back to my mind. A pang of pain hit my heart. I moved closer, emboldened by the alcohol. She asked me softly in her seductive voice, do you still know who I am? I shook my head. Dizzy, I seemed to be talking to myself. Am I not good enough? She said helplessly and dotingly, you are. My Aiken is the best. Mo Shuang kept holding me up. I pressed my face against the cold bar counter. Staring blankly, I murmured, I'm the best. Joey doesn't deserve me. Mo Shuang looked at me affectionately from the side. Silly puppy, why such a big reaction? Definitely a hopeless romantic. Not long after, sleepiness washed over me. Mo Shuang heard steady breathing by her ear, called me twice, but I didn't respond, so she called a bodyguard to take me back to my room. Just as Mo Shuang was fixing my blanket, I woke up groggily. My eyes only saw her sexy red lips. I inexplicably lifted my head and leaned in. Mo Shuang's eyes widened instantly. She looked at me in disbelief. I smiled at her slyly but dizzily. She asked me seriously and sternly, Su-chin, do you know who I am? Just randomly. My head was spinning badly. I couldn't understand at all, only vaguely felt like she was upset. I quickly turned around, trying to avoid her scolding. Seeing I didn't speak, her face turned even colder. Her gaze fell on my lips. I instinctively touched my own lips. Aiken, get some good sleep. Tomorrow, you'll forget Joey. Early the next morning, Mo Shuang was sitting at the dining table having breakfast. A 6:00 call came in. Where's my brother? As soon as the call connected, Su Yu's voice came through. It's been so long since you remembered your brother. I thought you'd forgotten him. Su Yu's tone was a bit guilty. How could that be? I've just been busy. I've already figured it out. Your trip abroad wasn't for work. It was clearly to chase a man. Mo Shuang spoke in a distant tone. If you're busy, don't call. Your brother is fine here with me. He won't go without a meal. That won't do. What if you bully him? Just then, I came downstairs rubbing my eyes, mumbling, Sis, is that you? I thought I heard your voice. Su Yu's voice instantly rose. Sis, Mo Shuang turned the phone camera toward me. Su Yu saw my messy bedhead and instantly exploded. Did you bully our Aiken? Mo Shuang looked at me blankly, clearly not expecting Su Yu to attack like that. Hearing my sister's words, I was so embarrassed I could die. You're not going to make me blow dry his hair and pick his clothes, are you? Su Yu was about to lash out, but suddenly seemed to think of something, and instantly became smug. Right, you're a single dog, with no brother. And no boyfriend. It's normal you don't get these things. Mo Shuang was even more speechless. Got it, she's showing off about being in love. Mo Shuang looked at Su Yu on the screen, with utter disdain. Go ahead and laugh now. Once I win your brother over, let's see if you can still laugh. You need to get a stylist for my brother's image. Aiken is like this at home. Yeah, I walked over and spoke softly. Sis, I can handle it myself. Handle it, my ass. I paid for you. Whatever you're like at home, be the same there. Don't sell yourself short. I didn't dare speak. I secretly glanced at Mo Shuang. Mo Shuang showed no emotion. This isn't a big deal. The young master naturally deserves good treatment. If his treatment here is worse than before, how can I win him over? My sister asked with concern. Brother, Uncle Mo hasn't bullied you, has he? No, Sister Shuang is very nice. Mo Shuang rolled her eyes at the phone. Don't call her sister, I asked in confusion. Then what should I call her? Call her Mo Shuang. Listen to me. If he treats you badly, you come to me, and I'll handle it. I don't want to deal with this lunatic. My sister obediently nodded. Mo Shuang turned the camera back to herself. Alright, phone's dead. Gotta go. Just before hanging up, so you yelled, don't you dare bully my brother. I'll be checking in every now and then. Mo Shuang hung up the phone, put the phone aside, looked at me at the table. Up so early today? I thought silly Aiken drank too much last night, and would feel unwell today, so I didn't have anyone wake him up. I twitched my mouth. Had to get up early, otherwise, it'd be awkward if the host had to come get me. An awkward silence filled the air. Do you remember what you did after drinking last night? I was a bit confused. What did I do? I don't remember. Mo Shuang looked at me with a hint of resentment. Nothing. You got drunk after 2 glasses yesterday. I had someone take you back to sleep. Mo Shuang thought for a long time. Forget it, I won't say. We've only been together a few days. What if I scare the silly puppy away? My eyes widened slightly. I thought I crawled back myself. Our eyes met unexpectedly. Sorry for the trouble, sister. Don't go out drinking with others in the future. It's dangerous. Mo Shuang thought to herself. With me, he only couldn't help but kiss me. If some other woman lures him away, that would be a serious problem. My feeling of awkwardness instantly vanished, just as nagging as my sister. So annoying. After breakfast, I was about to go upstairs. Halfway there, I felt someone behind me and turned around. Found Mo Shuang standing 2 steps below. Sister Shuang, aren't you going to work? Your sister asked me to manage your image. You. For me, my surprise turned to weirdness. Don't scare me. I'm scared. No need. Sister Shuang, I can do it myself. Not listening to your sister? Really, no need. I can do it. I refused repeatedly, making Mo Shuang's distance even more pronounced. She gave me a cold look and turned away. Why is she angry? While I was messing with my hair, my childhood friend called. I put him on speaker and set the phone aside. Ajia, what's up? Hearing your voice. Looks like you've gotten over the breakup. I pouted. What breakup? Never happened. Right, I calmed down. I don't want to admit I had a thing with Joey. Too embarrassing. Yun Jie asked a bit confused. But seriously. Joey doesn't seem like the type to be fickle. Maybe it's a misunderstanding? I saw it with my own eyes. How could it be a misunderstanding? My sister was right. Women are all bad news. Hearing this, Suyu really isn't a good person. Are you doing okay there? Not good? I don't want to stay here. Then sneak over to my place for a couple of days. You said it. Then I'm really coming. I'm not home right now. My flight is at 9 tonight. I'll come pick you up. Oh, Mo Shuang had a business dinner tonight. She'll be back very late. Perfect. I can take the chance to go to my friend's place for 2 days. At 10 in the evening. A luxury business van stopped at the entrance of Mo Garden. After I got the message, I grabbed my prepared stuff and headed out. Unexpectedly, as soon as I walked out of the villa gate, I saw 2 women standing together chatting. Sensing the movement, Mo Shuang turned her head and looked at me. Her gaze was cold as frost. I immediately chickened out. Yun Jia, sitting in the business van, waved excitedly at me. Aiken, I glanced at him, then looked away. Sister Yunmeng. Yunmeng looked at me in disbelief. So you actually left her brother with you? Mo Shuang didn't respond. Her mood was terrible right now. Silly puppy, why aren't you greeting me or calling me sister? She spoke coldly. Going out so late, what for? I instinctively felt guilty. This woman is scarier than my sister. Going out to play. I looked at Yun Jia in the car for support. No going. Why? It's too late. Daytime is fine. Nighttime is not. I looked at Yun Mengyao again. Sister Mengyao, can I come play at your house? Yun Mengyao instinctively looked at Mo Shuang. Although she knew the purpose of this trip was to pick up Su Chen, with Mo Shuang here, how could she dare to agree? Aiken, be good. It's so late. Better go play with Ajie tomorrow. I looked disappointedly at Yoonjae in the car. Yoonjae glared angrily at his sister. Sis is such an idiot. Can't even handle Mo Shuang. Mo Shuang directly gave them the boot. You can go back now. Yoonjae and I looked at each other reluctantly. Mo Shuang walked over to me, said fiercely, what are you looking at? Get inside now. I averted my gaze, walked back unwillingly, muttering under my breath. Do you lie by the sea? Why do you have to control so much? That's what your sister said. I said it, she turned, eyes narrowing. Aren't you my sister's rival? Why do you listen to her so much? Could it be you secretly have a crush on her? I have a crush on you. I rolled my eyes internally. Psycho, you need to be bolder, you know? Whatever my sister tells me not to do, you should let me do it. That's how you show you're her rival. Mo Shuang grabbed my hand as I was about to lower it. What are you doing? A flicker of panic crossed my eyes. Aiken, are you teaching me how to do things? I described. No, I'm not. Just a suggestion. It's up to you. Mo Shuang gave an ambiguous light laugh. Want to leave me? I lied. No. Mo Shuang thought to herself. Silly puppy can't lie at all. Can't hide these little thoughts. Aiken, be good. Sister is nigh to you. Hearing her sexy, seductive voice, my heart skipped a beat. Sister Shuang, I'll definitely be obedient from now on. I'll do whatever you say. Mo Shuang looked skeptical of my words. After a long pause, she spoke. From now on, curfew is 8 every night. She thought for a moment and added. When it gets cold, change it to 7. Hearing this, the smile I had just raised instantly vanished. Ah, this heartless woman. I'm going to tattle to my sister. Say you're bullying me. Mo Shuang watched my back, took out her phone and messaged Suyu. There are a lot of wild girls around lately. A curfew is a good thing. I have to work. Can't watch him every second. Back in my room, I called Suyu to complain. Not only did it not work, but I got lectured by her. Don't hang out with wild girls. I was so angry I couldn't sleep. Early the next morning, I got up full of resentment. Sat at the dining table, glaring at the woman looking at her phone. Mo Shuang didn't mind my stare. She casually picked up her coffee and brought it to her lips. I immediately stood up, snatched the coffee from her hand, spilled it on the floor, lifting my chin smugly. A lot of coffee splashed on Mo Shuang's hand. Lu Ma, who was nearby, quickly made an excuse to leave. Miss, wait a moment. I'll go make you another cup right away. I looked at Mo Shuang's expression. A chill ran through my heart. Oh no, she's angry. I looked at her, thinking, wait, why isn't she yelling at me? If she doesn't yell, how can I complain to my sister and move back home? Is she not angry enough, just then? Lu Ma brought a new cup of coffee. Hey, Miss isn't angry? I immediately picked it up and took a big gulp. Why is it so bitter? Mo Shuang put down her phone. Looked at me leisurely. I've already drunk from it, she said, putting the coffee down with disgust. The servants have a hard enough time cleaning. I heard she has a cleanliness obsession. If I take a sip, she definitely won't touch it. Mo Shuang suddenly asked me, is it good? I was stunned for a moment. Then I caught on and said stubbornly, good, it's good. Good, that's fine. With that, she picked up the coffee and drank it all in one go, right where my lips had touched. I was completely stunned. Lu Ma beside me looked like she'd seen a ghost. Mo Shuang commented calmly, today's coffee is quite sweet. I thought to myself, where's the sweetness? Does this woman have a problem with her taste buds? But Lu Ma understood the hidden meaning. I knew it. Miss wouldn't just let anyone move in, so he's the one she likes. Mo Shuang stood up, a sly look on her face. I'm going to work now. If you want to go out and play, remember to be home before 8. Something's off. My sister clearly said she has a cleanliness obsession. Was my intel wrong? Seeing me lost in thought, Mo Shuang walked away. Sister Shuang. Mo Shuang paused. Her eyes fell on my hand gripping her arm. Silly puppy is being very proactive today. I looked at her with hopeful eyes. Sister Shuang, take me to work with you. Are you sure? I'm sure. I'll follow Yuninjia's lead. I've decided. I'm going to stick to her lie glue, make her suffocate and get annoyed. Mo Shuang happily agreed. Oh cool. I was overjoyed. Directly got into the Maybach with her. I messaged my sister to confirm repeatedly. Mo Shuang hates scheming, and men with no sense of boundaries the most. I put down my phone, directly slung my arm around her shoulder. Mo Shuang's eyes were full of affection. Silly puppy, why are you so proactive today? She naturally rested her head on my shoulder. I froze. What does this mean? Why is she leaning in? Shouldn't she push me away? I hesitated for a moment and asked, Sister Shuang, aren't you going to push me away? Mo Shuang chuckled softly. Why would I push away my own? Aiken is so good. My expression grew even stranger. Since when did I become hers? When I tried to pull my hand back, she reached through my back and wrapped her arm around my waist. I looked utterly resigned. When will she take her hand off? This is really hard for me. Why am I hugging her? I can't take this anymore. We stayed like that. Mo Shuang finally let go of me. Aichen, get out of the car first. I think I need to calm down a bit. Hugging a silly puppy is way too comfortable. I can't even keep up my usual image. Just then, Assistant Su Qing walked out of the elevator. Young Master Su, let me take you upstairs. I looked back at Mo Shuang sitting in the car. She was pretending to sleep with her eyes closed. Why isn't she leaving? Su Qing seemed to read my mind. She explained, Miss Mo has things to handle. Please come up with me and wait. I silently complained about her. Does this look like someone handling business? Su Qing took the liberty of bringing me to the 11 iOS office. The fact that Miss Mo has a crush on young Master Su. I'm one of the few people in the know. I know so many inside stories. Miss Su always brings young Master Su along. Miss Mo always finds a way to tag along. She does nothing but secretly stare at young Master Su. Why do you always stand here annoying me? So annoying. A few days ago, there was a party. Miss Mo followed along again. A rich heiress tried to chat up young Master Su. Miss Mo had her thrown out immediately. It's just too adorable. Su Qing snapped out of her thoughts. Young Master Su, have a seat. Tell me what you want to eat. I'll have the secretary bring it. No need. I walked over to the huge floor-to-ceiling window, looking down at the view. Hey, wait a minute. What am I doing here? Shouldn't I be sticking close to Mo Shuang all the time? Assistant Su, wait. Su Qing stopped and looked at me. Is there something else, young Master Su? I think I should first find out Mo Shuang's schedule. What was she going to do later? Su Qing thought for a moment, decided to answer him honestly. Miss Mo? Miss Mo has a meeting in 20 minutes. Which meeting room? Take me to see. Su Qing thought to herself, young Master Su wants to get to know more. Miss Mo didn't hesitate. She directly took me to the meeting room. When Mo Shuang came upstairs, Su Qing was waiting by the elevator door. Everyone's here. You can start the meeting as soon as you arrive. Miss Mo, you're late. Mo Shuang first asked about my whereabouts. Su Chen? In your office. Mo Shuang started to walk toward the office. Who cares about a meeting when there's a silly puppy? Su Qing silently cursed her bot for being lovesick. Su Qing, to get her bot to go to the meeting, had a bright idea and spoke up. I saw young Master Su looked a bit tired earlier. He's probably resting now. As she said that, Mo Shuang's steps immediately stopped. She hesitated for just a second and then walked toward the meeting room. Then I won't disturb the silly puppy's rest. Su Qing secretly congratulated herself. I'm a genius. I've got my bot figured out. When the meeting was in full swing, I pushed the door open without any warning, facing the synchronized stares of everyone. I walked in with a smile. Meeting this long? Everyone must be thirsty. Miss Mo is treating everyone to drinks. The delivery guy brought out cold drinks and handed them out to everyone present. Everyone looked at Mo Shuang in SOC. Mo Shuang looked lazy. Her eyes were seductive as she looked at me. I casually grabbed a cup of fruit tea and placed it on her desk like a loyal dog. Miss Mo, it's hot today. Have some fruit tea. I secretly thought, get angry soon. Hurry up and scold me so you'll kick me out. Mo Shuang saw my smug expression. She directly picked up the fruit tea and took a sip. It's pretty good. Everyone's expressions turned to SOC. What the hell? Not only is Miss Mo not angry, she can even drink it with a smile. After exchanging glances, they all tacitly picked up their drinks and started drinking. It's so hot today. Young Master Su is treating everyone to drinks. Aren't you going to say something? Everyone said in unison. Thank you, young Master Su, for the milk tea. I frowned slightly. This isn't going as planned. Then you guys continue your meeting. I'll leave you to it. After saying that, I quietly left the meeting room. Mo Shuang's gaze followed me to those clueless executives. Seeing them still drinking the drinks I bought, she spoke jealously. Is it good? Everyone immediately started praising it. It's good, it's good. Mo Shuang scanned everyone with a cold gaze. Everyone quickly changed their tune, being perceptive. Wow, and Mo Shuang's face became even more displeased. Everyone shut up, not daring to speak. Drinking during a meeting. Your bonus for this month is deducted. Everyone's faces went numb. Su Qing immediately confiscated all the milk tea. This was the first gift Miss Mo ever received from young Master Su. These people wanted a piece of it. They must have a death wish. Everyone's hearts ached more. Bonus is gone. And the drinks are gone too. I returned to the office and plopped down on Mo Shuang's leather chair. This woman is so calm and composed. Not a hint of panic. No wonder the Mo family is a bit more developed than the Su family. My sister really can't compare. Her crush runs away, and she immediately chases after him. A total lovesick fool. Oh, right. Does Mo Shuang have any crush? Mo Shuang had just walked out of the meeting room. Several people sent her the same message. Young Master Su is asking around if you have a crush. She pushed the door open and saw me sitting in her chair, lying down listlessly, showing a worried profile. After going around, no one knew if Mo Shuang had a crush. Could she really not be interested in anyone? Seeing I had no intention of getting up, she said slyly, "Achin, sitting here means you want to work seriously." Hearing that, I immediately shot up and made a please gesture with my hands. Mo Shuang sat down. "Achin, let's add each other as friends." I wanted to refuse but couldn't. "Why?" "I'll transfer you the money for the takeout." "No need, it wasn't that much. My sister might be a bit silly, but she's really good at making money. She never skimps on my allowance." Mo Shuang's mind was racing, trying to get my contact. "I'm your sister's rival. You spend my money. She should approve." I looked at her, thought for a moment. Makes sense. After adding each other, Mo Shuang immediately transferred 520,000. "Sister Shuang, why did you transfer 520,000? Because this transfer has a special meaning. No matter what method you use later, I can't ask you to give it back. So this number represents my sincerity." I was a bit confused, but I thought it made sense. Mo Shuang edited the note. "Silly puppy is my only crush." Finally got her contact after all these years. After I accepted the money, I suddenly bent down and shouted beside her, "Sister Shuang." Mo Shuang turned her head. "Do you have a crush?" Mo Shuang asked me back. "What about Achin? Do you have a crush?" I complained. "You know about Joey. Why bring up that sore subject?" Mo Shuang looked into my eyes quietly and said seriously. I widened my eyes instantly. "She actually does have a crush. Can you tell me who that man is?" "No, you can't." "Hey, Sister Shuang, just tell me." "Achin, why do you want to know? Do you lie your sister?" "Det, I lie Sister Shuang the most," Mo Shuang said seductively. "Oh, what kind of lie?" I froze immediately. "We have family law." "We don't have family law or romantic law, even less." I quickly decided to lie. "What if I said I have a crush on you? Would you believe me?" Mo Shuang was stunned and asked in surprise, "You have a crush on me?" "Yeah, so I want to know who Sister Shuang likes. What are your standards?" Mo Shuang chuckled and nodded. "I see. Someone lie you. So if you want to pursue me, you have a good chance of succeeding." This woman is clearly teasing me. "So, do you want to pursue me?" "No, if I did, my sister would definitely break my legs. And I don't even lie you. Pursue you?" Hearing that, Mo Shuang immediately turned her head away. "You won't even pursue me, then I don't have to tell you anything else." I glared at her from behind and walked out. Mo Shuang asked where I was going, without looking back. "Bored. Going out to play. It's almost noon. Eat before you go." I pouted. "No, you eat by yourself." Mo Shuang helplessly pressed the intercom. "Arrange for bodyguards to follow young master in." Su Qing respectfully agreed. "Det, I'll arrange it." I arranged to meet Yunjie for lunch. "Quick, think of a way for me. How can I get my sister to take back her idea of having Mo Shuang take care of me?" "That shouldn't be." My sister said Mo Shuang is hard to deal with. People who offend her don't end well. She just doesn't get angry at you. She doesn't get angry? One glare from her and I'm scared to death. She won't let me do this or that. She's more annoying than my sister. Yunjie heard me say that. That fits my impression of Mo Shuang. "Hey, what can I do? You even interrupted her meeting, and she wasn't angry. That's why I'm asking you to help me think." Yunjie's mind was working. "I have plenty of ideas. Are you sure you can handle it? For example, every woman likes handsome guys. So let's find her 10 perfect ones. If we do that, she'll kill me. No pain, no gain. If you're going to play, play hard. Then secretly take some photos and send them to your sister. Your sister will see she's not a good person, and naturally take you back. How about that?" I hesitated for a moment, then slammed the table. "Let's do it." As night fell, Yunjie and I wore masks and sunglasses, sneaking into the club like thieves. As soon as we entered the luxurious private room. "Good evening, young masters." Yunjie looked at them and nodded approvingly. "They're all here as you requested." Yunjie turned and looked at him. "Good job. Have them go down first. Call a few more women over." I asked in confusion. "Why call women? Are you stupid? What's the fun with just us two?" "Of course, we call people over to play games. Otherwise, we'll just sit here." I nodded. Makes sense. Yunjia and I were having a blast, laughing our heads off. My phone kept ringing, but it was drowned out by the club's new dike. The two people sitting next to us kept cheering us on. Just as I was about to drink the juice from the woman's hand, I looked up and met Mo Shuang's eyes. Get out. All of you. The Ma Najio quickly took all the women away. Even Yunjie immediately stood up to leave. Sister Shuang, how did you get here? A cold smile curled on Mo Shuang's lips. I never knew you were this fun. Smiling at a bunch of women. What do you mean, smiling at a bunch of women? The silence was deafening. Mo Shuang felt like she had fallen into a vat of vinegar. Having fun with a bunch of women, huh? Very fun. The girls gave me great energy. Mo Shuang gritted her teeth and called my name. Su Chen. And girls, I'm not bad looking either. Why won't the silly puppy play with me? Mo Shuang screamed silently in her heart. I felt like Mo Shuang was about to break, so I kindly said, want me to call a couple to play with you? Su Chen. What are you doing? The woman looked at me with a hurt expression. Are you trying to piss me off today? What did I do? Call a few handsome guys to keep you company. What did you say? Handsome guys are ready to play games with you anytime. A flicker of surprise crossed Mo Shuang's eyes. You were just playing games? I blinked, confused. What else would we be doing? Mo Shuang said angrily. Then why was she feeding you? I thought back. I was thirsty. Can't I even drink some juice? Mo Shuang looked at my innocent eyes and was a bit embarrassed. You come to a club like this to play games and drink juice? Can't I? If you come again, I'll teach you a lesson on behalf of your sister. You said you'd be home by 8. Look at the time now. I secretly glanced at my watch. 9 o'clock, Mo Shuang chuckled. So you know what time it is, and you're still not going home? Piss you off, hearing me say that. Mo Shuang angrily grabbed me and pulled me out of the room. Just as I was about to break free, her sexy voice came through. I don't mind having someone carry you back. Bad woman. Absolute bad woman. Just as we walked out of the room. The bill for tonight hasn't been paid yet. Also, the 10 you ordered are ready to be taken away. Mo Shuang let go of my wrist. Her gaze shifted between us. 10, I nodded. I ordered 10 handsome guys to go back and play games with you. Mo Shuang's red lips parted. For me? Yeah, they're really handsome. Mo Shuang immediately caught on to my intention. Seeing the calculation written all over my face, she decided to save my face in front of others. Tell those guys to get lost. And put the bill on me. Debt. Mo Shuang continued to pull me forward. Your sister has only been gone a few days, and you're already this bold. Do you think I can't handle you? You even dare to find men for me? Impressive. I wasn't scared at all. If you dare to scold me, I'll tattle. Yun Jia, who was crouching by the door worried about me, saw me being obediently led. No way. What's happening? He immediately took out his phone and secretly took 2 photos. After taking them, he admired them for a while. I have to say, these two look good together. Mo Shuang's figure is amazing. I followed Mo Shuang into her Maybach. Mo Shuang said, you want to go home? I'll let your sister know. She locked the car door, took out her phone and called Suyu. Your brother isn't coming home. He ordered 10 women. Phone. The other side was silent for a second. Then came a barrage of scolding. I covered my ears. Mo Shuang deliberately put the phone next to my ear. I glared at the woman fiercely, bravely snatched the phone and hung up. You're this old and still tattling? Do you know I hate people who snitch the most? How can you pinch my face? Aren't you angry? You started it by calling my sister. Our eyes met, and I guiltily looked away, trying to move away from the woman. Coming home this late. Are you ready for your punishment? I looked back at her in disbelief. Are you really going to punish me? Mo Shuang smiled slyly. Since you lie going to clubs and playing with women so much, your punishment is to go home and play with me. She looked at my slightly angry face, and directly leaned in to wrap her arms around my waist. Don't take advantage of me. What if I do? I looked at the woman in my arms, and decided to think of a way out. I said pitifully, Sister Shuang, I've never been punished in my life. Can you let me off? Then be good from now on. And your sister won't punish you. I immediately nodded obediently. I'll be good. Sister Shuang, you promise? Good. The word was full of charm. My heart seemed to skip a beat. I felt the atmosphere in the car was a bit awkward. Sister Shuang, can you let go of me first? Mo Shuang reluctantly let go of me, and reached out to ruffle my hair. To be honest, Sister Shuang is exactly my type. Back at Mo Manor, I hurried to my bedroom, took out my phone and found a bunch of unread messages. Most of them were from Mo Shuang. She sent me dozens of voice messages. Her tone went from gentle to cold. When I catch you, I'm going to teach you a lesson. Hearing that, I shook my head, then opened the photo Yunjie sent me. It was the one he secretly took. Bro, what's going on? You two holding hands is just too cute. I immediately sent a voice message back. Shipping everything will only hurt you. It's not what you think. She clearly couldn't wait to scold me. The other side called me directly. What's going on? What's going on? Nothing's going on. I think Miss Mo definitely has a thing for you. When have you ever seen her with another man? Let alone holding hands. Ridiculous. How many times have you even seen her? I don't care. I'm shipping it. Hey. You'd be better off shipping me and Mengyao. If you have a crush on my sister, then you're really blind. Do you have to talk about your own sister like that? You talk bad about your sister all the time. I bet 5 packs of spicy sticks. Miss Mo is into you. No bet. Not interested. I think you're scared. You've noticed she's into you, haven't you? People these days lop shipping these weird couples. Ridiculous. Soon, the phone rang again. I answered helplessly. Yun Jie's excited voice came through the receiver. Hey, HN. Want to bet a Maserati? Are you crazy? Just go dream. It'd be faster. It's only a bit over 10 million. Bet or not? Bet. Someone's handing me money. Why not take it? And so, the two schemers made their bet. After washing up, I had just gotten into bed. There was a knock at the door. Come in. Mo Shuang pushed the door open. Seeing it wasn't a servant, I was stunned. Sister Shuang, is something wrong? A Bren sent me a men's watch today. I have no use for it. You can have it. Thanks, Sister Shuang. Seeing she wasn't speaking, just looking at me, my mind went blank, and I asked, Sister Shuang, do you lie me? Lie me. I don't mean lie a brother. I mean lie a man and a woman. Why do you ask that all of a sudden? I made a bet with Yun Jie. He insists you have a thing for me. But I remember you said, you have a crush. That kid Yun Jie figured it out that fast, and they're betting on me? What did you bet? A new Maserati. Yun Jie said it's over 10 million. Just thinking about the new sports car in my garage makes me het pie. Mo Shuang thought, these two are playing big. I suddenly had an idea and spoke up. Sister Shuang, use my phone to send Yun Jie a voice message. We'll split the car money 50-50. How about that? I don't need the money. Then how about 70-30? You get 70, I get 30? What 70-30? I'd probably have to pay out 10 million. Forget it. I don't lie sending voice messages to other men. Why is this woman so difficult? That's 10 million, not 1,000. Why are you acting so aloof? You won't even send a voice message to another man? You sent me dozens of voice messages just a few hours ago. My sister can earn 10 million. But you look down on the Yun family's 10 million, right? Double standards. Oku, Hn, be good. Tell your sister. Which bank is your card from? I turned my head in confusion. A warm touch brushed across my face. My mind went blank instantly. Mo Shuang casually took my phone. Didn't you want a 50-50 split? I'll transfer the money to you. My head buzzing, I followed her instructions. Soon, I received the bank card. 5.2 million arrived in my Otsao. Even more generous than my own sister. Damn, now I really owe her one. I've lost my confidence. Why did you transfer me so much? Mo Shuang put down her phone. Money isn't important. What matters is that Chang is het pie, Sister Shuang. It's late, you should go back and rest. Mo Shuang lowered her eyes, hiding her feelings. Good night, Chang. I watched her tall, slender figure and fell into thought. I couldn't figure anything out, so I gave up and texted Yun Jie. Let's hang out tomorrow. The next day, Mo Shuang went to work in a good mood. Su Qing knew in her heart, this must mean progress with young Master Su. News of Mo Shuang's blooming lop soon reached Xinyuao. She immediately posted in the group chat, saying she wanted to bring the girls to see for themselves. She texted Mo Shuang, that stone the young master liked last time. I managed to get it for you. Come to my party tonight and hang out. Not coming? Just have the stone delivered. Why won't you come? Such a precious stone. I wouldn't dare just hand it to anyone. Not interested. Xinyuao saw the stars and laughed. Then no party. Just a few girls hanging out. Will you come? If you don't come, I'll feed this stone to my dog. Gu Yuning, understanding, took out his phone to take a picture. The next second, the club door was pushed open. Xin Yueao's hand shook. The stone almost fell into the dog's mouth. He quickly and quietly put the stone into the sandalwood box. We're almost done drinking, and you just show up. Mo Shuang completely ignored his teasing, rarely not snapping back at him. She walked over and grabbed the sandalwood box from the table, only relaxed after opening it to Trek. Xin Yueao leaned in, his face almost touching Mo Shuang's. This lovesick look. Deeply in love, huh? Mo Shuang ignored him and looked at Yun Mengyao. Why is he here? Gu Yuni and Xin Yueao shook their heads. Yun Mengyao is a friend of my sister, Su Yu. With them around, he shouldn't be here. Then Fu Qingyan spoke up. He came with me, said he had something to discuss with you. Yu Mengyao sat right next to Mo Shuang. My brother wants you to watch a 6DO. Mo Shuang looked at his phone. In the 6DO, I had just stepped out of a luxury car, and was immediately chased by several women asking for my contact. Mo Shuang's brows furrowed slightly. Those women are really annoying. I just want to hide my silly puppy away. Yun Mengyao was eager for an answer. My brother made a bet with Achin. So, do you actually lie Achin or not? That's over 10 million. Not a small amount. The other three heard this, and could barely suppress their smiles. Mo Shuang's red lips curled. You came just to ask that? Debt. Why else would I be here? Turn left out the door. Heartless woman. Yun Mengyao got up and whispered to Fu Qingyan. So, does she lie him or not? Fu Qingyan shrugged at her. What do you think? Yun Mengyao had to leave empty-handed. Yun Jia is going to call me a dumb sister again. Once Yun Mengyao left, the group started teasing her again. I heard Su Yu left her brother with you. She asked you to take care of him. What was she thinking? Isn't that a lamb walking into a tiger's den? A water tower gets the moonlight first. You better seize the chance. Your man is already in your house. Strike first to gain the advantage. Mo Shuang glanced at him, too lazy to deal with them. Xin Yueao heard this and said bluntly, aren't you afraid Su Yu will put a knife to your throat? I meant like kissing and hugging. Why do you think I'm so bad? Then the three of them started giving Mo Shuang advice, telling her to trick him into her hands while Su Yu is abroad. Back at Mo Garden, my phone buzzed with a voice call. No caller ID. I didn't recognize the number, so I didn't answer. Soon, the phone rang again. I answered, confused. Before I could speak, a woman's voice came through. Young Master Su, I'm a friend of Mo Shuang's. Mo Shuang is drunk. Can you come pick her up? I'll send you the address. With that, Xin Yueao quickly hung up. At the club, Gu Yuni watched Xin Yueao's move and shook his head. Xin Yueao, you're ridiculous. Su Qin doesn't even lie Shuang. Why would he come? Hearing this, Mo Shuang took a big gulp of her drink, hiding the disappointment in her heart. Xin Yueao poked Gu Yuni. If you don't get it, shut up. 10 minutes later, the family driver called. Miss, I'm on my way to the club. See? I told you there's hope. Now you just need to make the first move. He'll eventually fall at your feet. Mo Shuang started brainwashing herself. That's right. My silly puppy came all this way to pick me up. He must have feelings for me. I got out of the car at the club entrance, feeling speechless. Is she taking care of me? Or am I taking care of her? I just took her money. I couldn't very well not come. I told you, taking gifts makes you weak. I found the private room and pushed the door open. I didn't expect to see only a few women sitting there drinking. They all looked at me in unison. I quickly walked over to Mo Shuang. My eyes landed on the empty whiskey bottle on the table. Sister Shuang, why did you drink so much? Xin Yueao whispered to Fu Xinyan beside her, imitating my tone. Sister Shuang. Mo Shuang's drunken, hazy eyes stared straight at me. Achin, you're here. Hug me. I froze for a moment, captivated by this side of her I'd never seen. I let her wrap her arms around my waist. She even nuzzled her head against my chest. The three behind us were stunned. Zhu Qingyan muttered under his breath. I thought we were holding him back. I didn't expect her to just fake being drunk. I looked down at her seaweed-like hair, at a loss, not knowing where to put my hands. Just then, I noticed her body starting to slide down. Sister Shuang, sit still. She didn't move. I had to reach out and hold her steady, and turned my head to look at the three onlookers. Can you guys give me a hand? The three of them played dumb. Not familiar, not familiar. We're just at the next table. She's drunk and won't let us touch her. If we touch her, she'll hit us. We can't help. Fu Qingyan didn't even speak. My hand accidentally touched Mo Shuang's burning earlobe. I silently cursed Mo Shuang. What kind of friends does she have? Mo Shuang shifted uncomfortably, her hand on my lower back. The three of them waved. Understanding, they all stood up. Well, we have things to do. We're off. Shuang is all yours. Hey, hey, hey. Don't leave. I watched the three of them flee quickly, speechless. The door closed mercilessly. I looked at the woman clinging to my waist. Sister Shuang, wake up. The woman didn't react at all. With no other choice, I helped her up. I put her arm around my neck. Her head rested on my shoulder. I could clearly feel her alcohol-laced breath. I suddenly felt drunk myself. My Achin came to pick me up. I felt my face getting hotter. I just picked her up in a princess carry. I breathed a sigh of relief. Good thing I exercise regularly, so I could carry her. Mo Shuang tightened her arms around my neck. She turned her head to hide the smile she couldn't suppress. I carried her out of the club like that. The driver waiting at the entrance started to come help, but was frozen in place by his mistress's death glare. He quickly changed course and opened the car door. I carried Mo Shuang into the car, muttering under my breath, I've never even carried my sister like this. I was about to close the car door. Then I thought, now's my chance to run. Just as I was about to take her arm off my neck and escape, the woman beside me opened her eyes. Her voice was soft and sweet. Where are you going? I was instantly embarrassed. I'm hungry. I was going to get some food. Street food isn't clean. Let's go home and have the kitchen make you something. I twitched my mouth and said helplessly, then let's go home. Mo Shuang leaned on my shoulder. She placed the sandalwood box on my lap. I was immediately drawn to the sandalwood box. Opening it, my frustration vanished. Sister Shuang, is this for me? Mo Shuang hummed softly. I quickly said politely, thank you, Sister Shuang. I really like it. I was disappointed I didn't get this black crystal last time. I regretted it for a long time. I never thought it would end up with me anyway. I'm glad you like it. My puppy likes my gift today. Tomorrow he can lie me. Hearing Mo Shuang's clear, calm tone, I looked at her in disbelief. Sister Shuang, are you sober? Hearing this, Mo Shuang snapped back to reality. Still a bit dizzy. Can I lie down? Then lie down and rest for a bit. Mo Shuang got her wish and lay down on my lap. She instantly felt like she was really drunk. I was still admiring the stone. So see you. Now the custom necklace I ordered can finally be made. Just then, the woman on my lap stirred. I looked down. For some reason, I reached out and touched her face. Sister Shuang is really beautiful. What am I doing? Back at Mo Garden, looking at Mo Shuang, still fast asleep, I laid her on the bed. Her arms were still tightly wrapped around my neck. She even pulled me down hard. I braced myself with one hand on the bed, one knee beside her. Sister Shuang, let go. Mo Shuang kept her eyes tightly shut. I looked at her flushed cheeks. At a loss, someone knocked on the door. I quickly told them to come in. Lu Ma, carrying hangover soup, saw our position, and quickly turned her back. Hey, Lu Ma, don't go. Come help me. Hearing this, Lu Ma had to bring the soup over. She placed it on the nightstand. Young Master Su, then please feed this hangover soup to the young lady. Lu Ma, don't leave. First, tell your mistress to let go of me. Lu Ma hesitated, then saw Mo Shuang open her eyes and wink at her. She instantly understood. She's supposed to be faking drunk. Young Master Su, what do you think of our young lady's looks? I was stunned by the sudden question. She's very pretty, right? I think our young lady is beautiful too. Look at this nose. Look at this little mouth. Doesn't it make your heart race? Don't you have any thoughts? I followed her gaze down to Mo Shuang beneath me and swallowed. I wouldn't dare. If my sister found out, she'd kill me. If you don't tell and I don't tell, how would your sister know? Remember to feed her the hangover soup. With that, she left immediately and thoughtfully closed the door behind her. Is this right? Lie mistress, lie maid. Neither of them is normal. I grinned mischievously and poked the woman's shoulder. Mo Shuang, if you don't let go, I'm going to get fresh with you. Mo Shuang still didn't move. I don't believe my silly puppy would do anything to me. But if he does, I wouldn't mind. I looked at the unresponsive Mo Shuang and fell into thought. What do I do now? I've never been in this situation before. I was about to call my sister for advice. The woman in my arms moaned softly. Saying this, she let go and started to take off her clothes. I quickly grabbed the blanket and covered her, and caught her wandering hands. Sister Shuang, don't move. Let me get the hangover soup. I don't know if she actually heard me, but she calmed down. This obedient, well-behaved look was a complete contrast. I picked up the hangover soup from the nightstand and felt it. It wasn't hot anymore. I scooped a spoonful and brought it to her lips. Mo Shuang's red lips parted slightly. She swallowed the soup, and even licked the corner of her mouth with her tongue. My heart started racing. I fed her quickly, and fled from Mo Shuang's bedroom, completely unaware that the woman behind me had opened her eyes. Mo Shuang looked at the camera in the corner. I'm going to save this and watch it frame by frame. My silly puppy is so thoughtful. I slept very deeply that night. In my dreams, and Mo Shuang's two faces left me intoxicated. When I woke up in the morning, I still couldn't snap out of it. During breakfast, I couldn't even look Mo Shuang in the eye. As we were finishing our meal, Mo Shuang spoke gently. Come with me to the mall to buy some clothes later. I think I tore that dress from last night. Wait a minute. Didn't my sister say their clothes are all custom made? New season items from every brand are delivered straight to the house. Why would she need to go shopping? I want to see what she's really up to. Sure, I'll pay this time. Since I just took your money, I didn't know what gift to get you anyway. We arrived at the mall and walked into a random women's clothing store. Seeing a row of Lolita dresses, I felt playful. I grabbed a simple one and took her wrist. Sister Shuang, you'd look great in this. Want to try it on? Mo Shuang looked at the dress she'd never worn before and asked, really? Achin wants to see me in this? Really, Sister Shuang, you'll look absolutely stunning in this. You'll turn heads. She thought for a moment, took the dress and walked into the fitting room. I sat there, snickering. I can already imagine how hilarious this will be. When she comes out, I'll take some ugly photos. Outside the store, Zhou Yi's friend spotted me from afar. She quickly tugged Zhou Yi's sleeve. Isn't that Su Chen? Zhou Yi immediately looked over, confirming it was me. She instinctively started to run over. Just then, the male companion beside her grabbed her. Where are you going? She shook off the man and walked quickly towards me. Hearing the sound, I turned my head. Zhou Yi. What bad luck. Running into him here. Zhou Yi came over and tried to hug me. I was about to step back when someone grabbed my arm. The scent of Mo Shuang filled my nostrils. Try touching him and see what happens. Zhou Yi looked at our intimate posture. Jealousy burned in her heart. Achin, is she your girlfriend? We were together for so long and never got together. And now, in just a few days, you found someone new? What business is it of yours? Achin, what happened last time was a misunderstanding. I really lie you. We saw it with our own eyes. It was disgusting. Zhou Yi heard this and lowered her eyes. Achin, we've known each other for so long. You should know what kind of person I am. I never fool around with others. I really thought that was you back then. Just then, the man who was with Zhou Yi earlier walked over and stood beside her. This is my cousin, Nan Changfeng. You sure have a lot of brothers. Achin, we're not lie that. Don't explain to me. It's none of my business. Can't you see I'm already with someone? From now on, let's just be strangers. Achin, I chased you for 3 months, and you never agreed. Now, in just a few days, someone else can be seen hanging all over you. We've done more than just hug. We've kissed too. So what? I'll be with whoever I want. Hug whoever I want. Kiss whoever I want. Mo Shuang reached out and touched the spot where I had just kissed her. My scent still lingered there. Zhou Yi clenched her clothes, clearly furious at this behavior. I watched Zhou Yi's expression and actions, feeling very satisfied. I finally got my revenge. I looked at her arrogantly. The next second, my hand was taken, and I was spun around. I stared blankly at the woman's enchanting smile. Mo Shuang squeezed my hand. Achin, you kissed the wrong spot. With that, she kissed me. I froze completely, staring at her blankly. Mo Shuang gave a brief kiss. She held my arm and looked coldly at the clueless Zhou Yi. Still not leaving? We won't get married easily. Zhou Yi's heart was completely shattered. Nan Changfeng beside her pulled Zhou Yi away. Let's go. Don't get in the way of their relationship. The scene quickly quieted down. Mo Shuang looked up at me. Achin. I snapped back to reality and pushed her away. Lion angry puppy. How dare you call me that? Who do you think you are? Mo Shuang stumbled back from my push. She suppressed a flash of displeasure, looked up at me. You kissed me first. So what? It's your honor that I kissed you. But you kissing me is not oku. Just as expected from Su Yu's pampered young master, Mo Shuang stepped forward and took my hand. Achin, I'm so oku? I was out of line. I thought you wanted to kiss me, but you were too shy in front of everyone. So I took the initiative and kissed you. I got even angrier. That was my first kiss. Achin's first kiss belongs to me now. Oku, I'll go with you. You can do whatever you want. Don't be mad anymore. Hearing this, my expression changed instantly. Then no matter what happens, you can't tattle to my sister. Oku, whatever you say. Hee hee. Hugging my silly puppy feels so good. Mo Shuang slowly let me go. Achin, what do you think of this dress? She even twirled as she spoke, showing it off from all angles. I glanced at it. I quickly covered my mouth with my hand. Beautiful. Pretty, but it's clearly not her style. Sister Shuang, wear this to work tomorrow. Mo Shuang looked down at the dress she was wearing. Wearing this to work might not be appropriate. But if my husband says so, I have to listen. Then I'll wear it tomorrow. Sister Shuang, let me take some pictures of you. For memories. I just want ugly shots. Mo Shuang doesn't really lie taking pictures, but she wouldn't refuse my request. I snapped wildly, with no technique. I just want ugly shots. Sister Shuang, smile. That's it. In no time, I had 50 shots. I opened the gallery, ready to enjoy the ugly photos, but found that she looked beautiful even in the blurry ones. The few clear ones showed her shy, looking at me in the Lolita dress, somehow making her look soft and cute. As expected, beautiful people look good even in a potato sack. Mo Shuang leaned in. I forced a laugh. She changed back into her own clothes and handed the Lolita dress to the sales assistant. I followed the assistant to the counter to pay. Mo Shuang didn't stop me from paying. She just turned and walked towards the men's section. I paid and picked up the shopping bag. When I turned around, the woman was gone. She left me behind. The assistant reminded me, "Sir, your girlfriend is in the men's section." I'm bored. The salesperson has no awareness at all. What girlfriend? I quickly walked over. I saw the woman holding a shirt, in the same color as the dress I picked for her. As I walked over, the woman held the shirt up against me. I glanced at her. What are you doing? Mo Shuang said, I'm hooking you in. Buying you clothes. Ah-Ching bought me a dress. So I'm buying him one too. 2 pieces in the same color. Then we'll met. No need, don't buy it. Aiken, it's a courtesy. You bought me one. So I should buy you one too. No need. You've already given me so much. I've only been here a few days, and you've transferred money, given me a watch, and gems. Now you want to give me clothes. You're giving gifts more often than my parents. Do you have too much money to spend? Mo Shuang handed the shirt to the salesperson. He took out his phone, ready to pay. Sister Shuang. Sister Shuang, do you have a lot of money? Mo Shuang looked happily at my hand. Your sister said to take good care of you. I agreed, so I have to follow through. I want to spend money on you. It's fine. Handsome, it's normal for couples to exchange gifts. This young lady loves you so much. If you don't agree, your girlfriend will be unhappy. No, which I of yours sees. I quickly took Mo Shuang's phone. Oku, Ah-Ching, see if there's anything else you lie. Nearby, 3 people watched everything. No, give up. That young Master Su isn't so easy to catch. He's always so arrogant every time we meet. That's because Aiken and I aren't boyfriend and girlfriend yet. Last time, I must have missed him too much, so I mistook Lu Qingyuan for Aiken. Otherwise, we'd definitely be together. I can't just give Ah-Ching to someone else. After paying, I looked at my friend's message and asked, Sister Shuang, shouldn't you be at work by now? Mo Shuang glanced at the time. 11:30, time for lunch. No rush. I booked a restaurant. We'll eat out today. But I made plans with a friend to paint. The softness on Shuang's lips faded. After a long pause, she spoke a bit aggrievedly. Not planning to take me, I politely declined. Mainly because you don't know each other. It'd be awkward. That's okay. I don't mind. Hearing the woman's shameless words, I reluctantly sacrificed my good friend and followed him to the upscale Western restaurant he booked. As we walked into the lobby, I saw several familiar faces at a glance. Embarrassed, I hid my face with the shopping bag. Help. What's wrong, Aiken? I shook my head, indicating nothing. Then I saw another acquaintance. I turned and ran without hesitation. Mo Shuang immediately chased after me. I walked all the way out of the store, then put down the shopping bag. Ha ha ha, Sister Shuang, I don't really want Western food. Let's go somewhere else. He respected my opinion. Okay, let's switch to a Chinese restaurant. After ordering, the dishes came one by one. He picked up a shrimp and put it in my bowl, trying to chat casually. I remember that Western restaurant is your usual favorite. Feeling the woman's action, I reached for a napkin, my hand hesitating. My gaze toward her was no longer innocent. Eat slowly, careful, it's hot. My mind went blank for a moment. Something's wrong. The woman's behavior is very off. This isn't a simple sister to brother. Is she trying to seduce me? Make me fall for her, then dump me hard, to take revenge on the Su family? Yeah, that's the only possibility. I slammed my chopsticks heavily on the table. What's wrong? Mo Shuang was confused. I stood up without a word, glared fiercely at her, then turned and left. Mo Shuang was stunned in place, completely clueless about what happened. By the time she reacted and chased to the door, I was already gone. The person just vanished. She called me on voice chat, but I blocked her directly. My fingers moved faster than ever. Mo Shuang dialed a number she'd never called before. Aiken, I don't know what I did wrong to make you angry. I apologize. Don't run off alone, Oku. I frowned slightly. What's with Mo Shuang's tone? I don't want to eat. I'm going back to Muyuan. I'm not running off. The moment I got out of the TAC 11, her Maybach pulled up smoothly beside me. Seeing him, I instinctively tried to dodge. Mo Shuang's nerves were frayed. She grabbed my arm directly. What happened? We were eating fine. Why did you run? Nothing. I just suddenly didn't want to eat. If you don't behave, I'll call your sister right now. Mo Shuang, why can't you talk? No, Mo Shuang's gaze was cold. Want to run again, huh? I've seen through you. Suchen, your sister isn't home. I have to keep an eye on you. I raised a finger and roared. Don't make me tear this place apart. The bill will end up on your sister's desk. I was fuming with rage, but in Mo Shuang's eyes, I was just a little dog with its hackles up. Looking at her calm demeanor, I was furious and embarrassed. I raised my hand and hooked her shoulder, breathing a breath into her ear. Her voice was sweet and charming. With a sly smile, I said, Sister Shuang, do you have ulterior motives toward me? Mo Shuang's body trembled. She said nothing. I'll take that as a debt. He wanted to tell me he liked me, but was afraid of scaring me away. Sister Shuang, do you think I'm handsome? Aiken is the most handsome. Then does Sister Shuang lie me? Without a moment's hesitation, Mo Shuang said, debt. Then Sister Shuang, can you stop tattling to my sister? The woman said concisely, no. I let go of her decisively. I'm done playing. Expressionless, I turned and went upstairs. Mo Shuang stared at my back, her fingers touching her chest. My heart is beating so fast. I returned to my room, angrily taking it out on a pillow. Sister Shuang is a big liar. Going back on her word, and I can't even punish her. I slumped on the edge of the bed, my mind in a mess. Yun Jie said Mo Shuang likes me, but I feel something's off. She's my sister's arch-rival, suddenly being so nigh to me, taking me in, spending money to win me over. Since when is there such a kind-hearted arch-rival? Just as I was thinking, the door was gently knocked. Ah-ching, open up. It was Mo Shuang's voice. Her tone was unreadable, not as cheerful as usual. I gritted my teeth and pretended not to hear. I didn't want to talk to him anyway. He always tries to control me. The knocking stopped. I thought he left. Just as I relaxed, the door clicked open. He actually has a key to my room. I looked up sharply at the woman. What are you doing in here? Get out. Mo Shuang closed the door behind her, walked slowly to me in her heels. Her gaze was much colder than usual, with no trace of a smile. Still angry? She spoke calmly, her mood unreadable. I turned my face away and replied coldly, none of your business. The woman wasn't angered by my words. Instead, she sat down on the carpet in front of me, looking up at me. This posture made me strangely uncomfortable. Just as I was about to look away, I heard her ask softly, do you always think my kindness to you is because I lie you? My heart skipped a beat. I instinctively retorted, who thinks that? I don't, even as I said it. My ears were burning. Is that so? Mo Shuang let out a soft laugh. There was no warmth in that laugh, but I think you've gotten used to my kindness. Even a little unable to leave me, right? Her words hit a hidden spot in my heart. I had to admit that during my time at Muyuan, she had taken care of me meticulously. I got used to her reminders, used to her favoritism, even used to having her presence around. But I never wanted to admit this feeling. What nonsense are you talking about? I'm just staying here temporarily. Once my sister comes back, I'll leave immediately. I stuck my neck out, but my tone wasn't as tough. Mo Shuang looked at me, her eyes gradually turning cold. Su Chen, you can't leave. From the moment you stepped into Muyuan, you couldn't escape. My heart inexplicably panicked. What do you mean? She didn't answer immediately. Instead, she raised her hand and gently traced my cheek. Her fingertips were cold. The moment they touched my skin, I flinched, wanting to dodge, but she gently pressed my chin. Looking closely into her eyes, I noticed for the first time that those eyes, always full of warmth, gentle and affectionate, hid deep, unyielding hatred and obsession. Not a bit of lop for you. That look wasn't for someone you lie, but for something you're determined to get, a prey about to be caught. What do you mean? It means my kindness to you was never about liking, let alone lop. What I want was never you. You, what are you saying? I want to take back what the Su family owes me. You owe me a full 10 years. 10 years ago, your Su family destroyed the person I cared about most. You owe me a life. You destroyed everything. 10 years ago? Mysterious. My sister never mentioned this. The Su family has always been smooth sailing. How could we owe someone a life? I don't know what you're talking about. My sister never told me any of this. Of course you don't know. Your sister cherishes you so much. Why would she tell you? Back then, for the Su family's benefit, your family did so many dirty things. Why would she tell you? Your Su family's glory was built on the bones of the people I care about. Her words stabbed into my heart like knives. I stared at her blankly, unable to believe that this woman, who had been so gentle with me, held such deep hatred inside. So your approach, taking me in, being nigh to me, it was all fake? She let go of my chin and stood up, looking at me with cold, indifferent eyes. Fake and not fake. Of course, I didn't expect your sister to deliver you to me. So all that tenderness, that favoritism, that indulgence, was all fake. He didn't love me. He hated the Su family, hated me. I had been living in the gentle illusion he wove. Lie a fool, developing feelings for him, depending on him, even secretly thinking he was good. My voice choked. You're so cruel. Mo Shuang looked at my forced strength, with no pity in her eyes, only a cold relief that this day had finally come. Lie looking at a nearly finished artwork, without warmth or emotion. Hey, compared to what your Su family did to me back then, my methods are nothing. Back then, you destroyed everything I had. I didn't even have the right to cry. Now I'm just making you taste the suffering I endured. The timing is about right. You can't leave me anymore. Can you? I gritted my teeth so hard they creaked. You hate the Su family. Just come at me directly. Don't play these games. Coming at you directly would be too easy. For the Su family, I never wanted your life. Aren't you afraid I'll tell my sister? You won't. Because you've already fallen in love with me. You can't bear to, can you? I had to admit. What he said was indeed true. I really had fallen in love with him. Fallen in love with a woman full of hatred, who wanted to destroy me. How ridiculous. What do you really want? Very simple. From today on, if you behave, I'll be nigh to you. If you don't, I'll take away everything you care about, bit by bit, until I feel it's enough. Su Chen, don't think about resisting. You can't afford to. The more you resist, the more I'll make those around you suffer. Starting tomorrow, no more tantrums, no more breaking things, no more talking about leaving. Stay obediently by my side, and I'll make things comfortable for you. He finished speaking, turned, and walked to the door. At the door, he stopped, without looking back, and left a light remark. Also, night wind. Don't expect your sister to save you. She can't even save herself. The door closed softly. Outside, the night deepened. Moonlight seeped through the curtain gap, pale white. I looked at the closed door. From now on, the name Mo Shuang no longer meant tenderness and favoritism, but hate and pain. An inescapable fate. I clenched my fists, the pain keeping me slightly clear-headed. I can't just accept this. I need to find out the whole truth. I need to know what really happened 10 years ago. I need to know what he plans to do to the Su family next. I glanced at my phone. There was an anonymous text. Do you think Mo Shuang's revenge is only against the Su family? There's someone even more terrifying behind him. Be careful of everyone around you, including the people you trust most. The people you trust most. My sister? Yun Jie? Or who? The text was sent 1 minute after Mo Shuang left the room. Who is the sender? Why do they know so much? Friend or foe? I gripped my phone, my heart pounding wildly. Cold sweat broke out on my back. I finally understood. This scam has only